quaint local village with booming trade and a housing market that's on the lackluster side. Houses tiny and cramped without any real flair to them, and everyone with an ego the size bigger than a fly is currently annoyed at what they have to offer. Everything's rustic with nothing to show for it, and renovations or additions to the existing houses clearly haven't been made in years. Local buyers are hungry for something to show off their thriving emerald economy. The problem is, there's just nothing local for it. This town has a lot to offer in a out-of-the-way, not living in it sort of vibe. He's got friendly neighbors, a library, some farmland, an iron golem to keep everything safe, and his blacksmith buddy to make sure he's healthy. Not to mention a beautiful town center with a bell. It's a great place to drive into, but then drive back out to your lovely mansion with 18 zombie butlers and a lava river that just glows everything right up. It's a bit of a trip, but there's a property with some real promise. An abandoned mineshaft left by its inhabitants once the main veins ran dry. The infrastructure is still solid with lots of winding paths to go through. And, you know what that means, lots of rooms to have. Off to the side here, you can see I made a quick forward base where I'll be doing most of my work. A few chests, a bed, some ovens, just the simple necessities so that monsters don't eat me in my sleep. If you look past the hungry monsters, the piles of gravel and cobblestone everywhere, and the absolute collapsing floors and ceiling, you'll notice this place has a lot of promise. All of the winding mineshaft routes leave a lot of room potential and a lot of space for new hobbies to be built into. I'm sure we can get at least a garage, a pen for animals, and various pets. But that's just the start. Once this place is done, we'll have something fit for an ego of a king. Running through the forest, I'm on a trip. Where am I going? I don't know, whoa, whoa. I'm just running on a trip. With all the winding rivers, bogs, and various mountains in your way, make sure you have a lot of songs in your head ready to sing to keep your trip interesting. Like Creeper, or Don't Mind at Night. All of your one-hit singles that really make sense for this horrifying monster-infested world. The moment I got there, it was time for the most basic prep to deal with any amount of monsters. Making some protective gear. We're starting with a full iron suit, just because I don't have anything better on hand, and this should be enough for early day. There's 3 main things to get done on the very first day. First, we need to gather some supplies. Wood primarily. That's going to help lay our foundations and our floors. Second thing, deal with most of the local monsters best we can. Make sure to clear out the house and make it a little bit safer for sleeping in. Third thing, get rid of all the gravel going down the entire long hallway of the house. This will spiff it up a little bit more and make it much easier to move through so we don't get stuck. Best way to get 2 birds with 1 stone is to start out by clearing the gravel. This will also give me a good amount of time to deal with any monsters in the way and make the house a lot safer to sleep in at night. It would probably be a lot faster if I'd made a shovel, but, you know. Once you start digging by hand, you just sort of give up on going back and doing the sensible thing. In the middle of and after picking up the gravel, the monsters really are everywhere. But the early expenditure is already paying off. The iron armor easily saving my life on multiple occasions. And not even all of the monsters are bad. You can clearly see Jeff here as one of my new best neighbors. He's not trying to murder me or be stuck to the wall, but Jeff has his own little corner over here that he's allowed to stay in. Cool. We're gonna be buddies. So, you stay here. It's time to gear up the moment we're done scouting out. Everything we need for a good wood chopping experience is here. Some food, some tools, a couple axes, and then the perfect space. Considering just how much wood we're gonna need for this job, this requires a montage. see Mr. Beast fix this one. In the end, the lumberjacking took about 2.5 days. 720 logs gathered, but throughout the night, there was quite a lot to deal with. 15 zombies, 3 different creepers, 2 wilden stalkers attacking from the sky, 5 spiders latching onto my ankles, 3 pillagers who showed up in the middle of me fighting other monsters, 4 skeletons who hit me from different angles at every moment I wasn't paying attention for them, and a phantom that just absolutely refused to doggedly die until the very end. But the longest portion of today's tasks have finally been finished. The materials to fix up the hall have been gathered, and tomorrow we'll start anew. But for now, I think that's a good finish for the first day.